Ooh, that's better. Is it better or is it just me? Oh man, what's going on? Yep. Okay, good day, crafty champs. It's Nikki here, aka Cousin to Cat, aka Cousin to Cat's Life. Can you hear me? It's the first question, I suppose. Now, let's just see. Because I can never see chat from my screen there. I have to go in and check elsewhere. Let's see. Go out, come back in. Yes, there it is. There's my chat. Hi, Bella. Can you hear me? Just let me know, because yesterday I was having trouble with the sound, apparently. So, do I sound okay? Could you just let me know if I sound okay? Yeah, okay, that's good. Hi, Roz. Better put my reading glasses on. Turn off my mouse before I turn off. Now I've actually got a stream. Very clear. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I don't know what was going on yesterday with my sound. I know what was wrong with my camera there with the thing is that I had it on a micro view instead of a macro view, so I had it like really focused in and but with my autofocus off. It's very weird. So I thought I'd have a look at acrylic pours again today. I haven't done one for about a week or something, so I was going to actually I just got these, so I was going to play with these, but I don't know whether I want to or not. I'm undecided what I'm going to play with. Acrylic pours. So I was just watching Amanda Ridderhoff, I think that's her name, I'm not sure. And oh, did I have a battery in this? Yeah, got the battery. I'd be silly, wouldn't it, to do that and then not have the battery. Maybe the battery is dead. That would be the other thing, wouldn't it? Supposed to be an automatic turn on. Oh, there you go. Well, there you see, I can't obviously I cannot wait if I can't turn it on. Battery must be dead. It's a good start, isn't it? I was going to have a go at weighing it to see how much of a difference that made to the pours, because I've been doing it in volume rather. Oh, it turned on. It did it, yay! I've been doing it pouring everything out by volume rather than weight, and so I was watching, and Amanda did it again, and she did it. She's actually doing it by weight. So I thought that I'd give. Obviously, it's not going to do it, is it? We're having all kinds of technical difficulties today. I've got a temperamental weigh scales as well. Okay, so I could put it on, put the tear on to take it to 0. So I thought I'd give things a go by doing it by weight. So yeah, rather than volume, and see how the pour goes using everything by weight. So so I've got the Floetrol. I'll be doing the Floetrol pour. So let's have a go and see how that goes. if my voice goes, it's because I'm not very well, and but you know, we'll give it a go. So, see, temperamental. Nothing's going to be working for me today, is it? Do you think I just like better give up while I'm ahead? Give up while I'm ahead, I think. Man. I better just get on and do this quickly, hadn't I? Otherwise I'm just not going to be able to so anyway, paint pours by weight. See whether this helps me, huh? Obviously not. I give in. Obviously my batteries are I won't be doing this one by weight. I'll just be doing it by sight, I think. Yeah, I thought I'd go more technical and do it by weight, but here I'll just eyeball it and see how it goes. Oh man, just it's not gonna be my day, is it? Because I was figuring that I've been saying that my pours have been too thin, and maybe it's because I've been doing it by volume instead of weight. That's what the problem has been. So I'm going to put some paint in, and I'm just going to keep going until I think I've got a pouring consistency. Oh wow! And then next week I'll get a new battery for my scales and try it by weight. Do you ever feel like just life is against you? Can you tell me if am I still going? Is my stream working? Knowing my luck, it will just cut out, won't it? Yeah, that's still a bit thin. So yeah, so it occurred to me that my pours are thin because I'm just not getting the right mix of it. So yeah. Do you do it by weight, Roz, or do you do it by volume, or just by look? Just how it looks, you just put it in until it looks the right consistency. So I'm just using the plaid craft paints here. I don't have much left. I've got all the bottles upside down because I don't have much left. Yeah, I've probably done it too thin, but I'm still getting lumps. Can't you say you do it kind of by volume? Yeah, I've been doing my others by volume, and they've been coming out a little bit thin, I think. So yeah, sometimes they just pour straight off the canvas. So I thought I'd just try it a little bit more scientifically. Yeah, but that only works if your batteries on your scales work, and so put a bit more in this one if I've got enough left. Getting towards the dregs, I think. That one may be empty. Oh, let's do a pink thing. Oh man. Is there even any in there? Yeah. Other people make it look so easy. But when you're doing it live, there's no fudging, is there? It is as it is. This will be too thin because I can't even get the paint into the bottom of the cup. Oh well, getting towards the bottom of these. I didn't have it one upside down is what the problem was. Better take my cup off there before I knock it off, and it's not a good look. Hi Melissa. You join me as I'm making a fudge of things today. Yeah, I was going to do the acrylic pours by weight rather than by volume, because I'm not sure whether you know, the volume thing is working for me, because my pours are always coming out too thin. So I thought I'd try the weight one, but apparently my battery has other ideas on my weigh scale, so that's no good. I can't do that. And my paint's not cooperating. It's obviously too cold in here today. Yeah, I watch pouring videos all the time. People have lots of success, but I don't. Oh, I don't, and I never know quite what I'm doing wrong either, so. Yeah. So I was thinking, you know, that there are a couple of factors going against me here. Is that the volume one, I don't know, isn't working really well. So the cold, because although I don't have my jumper on, it's really cold in this room. So I'm sure that must play a factor in it as well, as to good results from the pouring. I do have one piece there that I've got drying, that's dried, I think, and waiting for me to give it a wash down, and then wait for that to dry and then varnish it. They're looking quite nice. No, I haven't watched her. No, I've just been watching Danny and Anne-Marie Ridderhoff. Yeah, does she do it live? Hi Josie. Does she do it live? I just think, you know, that there's a bit of fudging going on somewhere. Yeah, thanks Josie. Night. Yeah, I think they're fudging it a little bit as well, mind. And Maureen, no, if they don't come up in my stream and that, I in my suggestions, and I don't really get to see other people. Danny was the first one that I found, and then there's Amanda, and Amanda's Ridderhoff, and Anne-Marie Ridderhoff is doing all the different, you know, pours and that, so she's quite good to watch. Night Josie, thanks for saying hi. So yeah, so I'm just going to attempt this one just by eye. Some of this looks thin, some of it looks thick. She doesn't fudge good. Does she get good and bad? I want to show you a couple that I've had drying. So I reckon that these now are getting ready for me to be able to give them a wash off and just to get the silicone off it and then to varnish. This one here, can you see the cracks that I got in it? The cracks there, there, and there. I'm just going to give it a little longer to see whether these cracks develop more. But because I did it over the top of another pour I did, of course it's come through as orange, so it doesn't look too bad. But I think it's going here as well. It looks like it's going there and there. Got some more there. So I think these this will just like come apart. I'm not sure, I might be able to just peel it off. But I might leave it if it doesn't get any bigger, if the cracks don't get any bigger, I'm going to give this a wash, soapy wash, and then when that's dry, then varnish it after, because it's okay, isn't it? You don't need to. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't need to wash it off? Because they're looking quite dull. Do you think the varnish will just bring it back up? I'm unsure. Well, what I love about these two is that I poured them, well, I actually poured it with this one as well, but these two look like a look like a, not a triptych, a duo thing, so so they look like they belong together, which I think is like great. You know, it's like they were made to go together. So yeah, I'm loving this one. It's just crazy, man. I love it how it turned out, is that, you know, it could be like part of the same painting really. So I think this has been my most successful so far, and I'm going to varnish these up, and yeah, really loving it, you know, as a set. Yeah, I thought Danny showed a bit where he did it with talcum powder or something to get the pour off. Yeah, Ross, a couple of yours need wiping down. See, I can't see anything on there, so you know, but they are like, they're really dull. You know, so I'm unsure whether they'd, you know, what to do, but I'll probably just give them the wash, soapy wash anyway. I've got a little bit here. I've got a little dot just there that shows that I've poured it on top of another canvas, because you can see the orange underneath. These were the orange ones I did, and I just poured over the top of them as well. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually really liking these two best, and this one is although it's a fail because it's split in that, if it doesn't crack open anymore, I am going to varnish this one as well. So I'm just waiting to see what you know, how bad it gets before I decide. Or I may take off the canvas, it's any cheap stuff, and I may make them into bookmarks. I might just deconstruct it altogether. But yeah, I am only sometimes I use more than a few drops of silicone, but it just depends on how much goes in as I drop it in. So yeah, I don't have a very controlled drop of silicone. So I was just seeing, you can see on this one that you can see it underneath the orange there, that because I poured it on top of an orange pour. So yeah, I like it. It would, wouldn't it? Make a fun journal cover. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take it off and make it into a little notebook. Good idea, Melissa. That's why I like these live streams, is that people come in and great advice and ideas flow from it, doesn't it? Spark each other, spark it. I like it. So let's see if I can get a pour going, shall I? Can hardly get my hands working. Oops, sorry. Probably put too much in. I've also noticed as well is that personally I get a better result the next day after I've let the paint stand for a day. Has anybody else found that yet? Is that, you know, you get a better result after you've let the paint stand for a day? I've got a lump of something in there, I think. Is that a lump? Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, Melissa, just do it. Just if you've got the space to do it, just do it. Or maybe you're going to wait till you have your studio done. I just got that off because I was trying to make sure it didn't go into the thing. Almost out. Man. Can't tell you how long I've had these paints lying around, and now all of a sudden I'm out. And some of these I just did it too thick, so I'm just too thin, so I'm just trying to thicken it up a little bit. Till I think it looks right. Try not to get too many lumps in these. So what should we talk about? Well, I'm just stirring. Is my sound, is the volume on my sound okay? I still don't know what happened yesterday during the live stream with Eileen to my sound and that. I know I was struggling with my voice because I've got a sore throat, but yeah, don't know why it should have been that weird. Yeah, the volume is fine. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. It must have been Eileen's end. Does anybody else have the distress oxides here in chat? That's cool, Melissa. Melissa's going live after me, 70 Acre Studio. So I'll definitely catch you then. Are you doing art or are you doing a tour? I actually liked your tour of your property the other day. It was really nice. Looks lovely. See, look, Eileen says blame her for my volume. Yes. Eileen, you should be asleep. I should be able to talk about you because you should be asleep. Doing Happy Mail and Samaj, yeah. Well, I'll definitely be watching. Yeah, I enjoyed your tour of the property. It's a shame you couldn't get up to the some of it very well. So is that a golf cart you have there driving around in? I didn't see that part. Did you show what you were driving in? Is it a golf cart? So that's Crystal's challenge again that you did yesterday as well, was it? Yesterday, I don't know what day. I watched it yesterday, I don't know what day you put it out. You don't have the oxides, Roz. It's a John Deere Gator. That's a full four-wheel drive something, is it? All right, that was another Crystal. Oh, I've got a big blob there. Big blobby blob. So I'm checking the paint now to see for blobs, because sometimes I get really nasty blobs in it. It's a farm utility vehicle. Ah, looks like a lot of fun. Doesn't go very fast. You would like going, what, 2 miles an hour or something? Hi, Dawn. So yeah, I'm looking like I'm getting the. Oh, it still looks a little bit thin. Goes about 25 miles an hour. Ah. Yeah. So when you went past that that outbuilding you have, I don't know, was it a barn or something, Melissa? And you're on about the bees. Like, are they in the whole of that one wall or something of the barn? Because you were saying they were very active. I imagine like them swarming around after you as you went by. It was like, ooh. Yeah. Oh man, I'm cold. Sorry, cold. I'm cold. Look at the paint while I go and find something that I'm going to pour on. Just have a look at that. See the bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. That one there. Oh, that one there's got lots of bubbles too. So it looks like I'm down to my last bits of wood. See, I was having to go at image transfers. Got to move the paint out of the way because I just felt that, and it feels like there's some dirt on it. So just having to go at practicing image transfers. It's quite funny. Yeah, where you print them out and transfer to see whether I could get a good one. I gave up in the end. It was like, ooh. It's quite, that was probably my best one, and then I painted over the top of it. But yeah, not so good. So I'm going to gesso over this and use this. It's a lovely piece of wood. So that's nice. So I might, do something else on there. Cool. But I can definitely go over these. Just clean them off, I think. Yeah, man, when you cracked that beer open the other day, I thought, man, that's my kind of crafting. But not beer. It would have to be a wine. Yeah, some are better than others, in some pots there. And while I was having a go at it, I thought I cracked a really good way to do it. And I should have made a video because I can't remember now. I know I'd cracked a really good way to do it, but I just can't remember because that's what age does for you. I should record everything that that I practice, doing. So that I've got a record and I know how to do it again. Yeah, that may be a bit too rough, that one. Yeah. You can get some wines without nitrates though, can't you? It's okay, Eileen, you missed Melissa going for a beer. I was just talking about when I was doing the image transfers and that I found a really good way to do it. And but what I didn't do was I didn't record I didn't record it while I was doing it, and now I can't remember. All right. You had a wine or a beer, Eileen? Yeah, I'd be really sad if I could no longer drink wine. I don't have it like often, but I do like to have a glass of wine every now and again. Join us for a beer or a wine, Dawn? Yeah, it's still morning for me, so. So just cleaning off this wood with a little bit of like pour over that or that. Pour over that, I think. Beer. Yeah, I can't drink beer because of my allergies. It's funny, isn't it? Oh, I suppose I could do, because I could get a. Well, I won't be pouring over that one because of what I put on there before. Putting the rubbing alcohol on there, I've just made it all sticky. It's no good. There's too many knots and that on that one, so I can't pour on there. Next. That was silly. I was getting carried away. Oh, good. It's nice. So I was watching Amanda Ridderhoff, and she posted a link to a video to a guy called Andy Drop, and he makes these corners to use when you're doing pours, so that you get more paint that stays on the surface you're pouring onto. So that's good. So I'm going to be doing, so I've got a couple of corners there, and I thought, because these are so little, what I thought is I'd put a pour on these, but use some masking tape around the side, which is also another one that Danny shows, to keep the paint on there. If I could find my masking tape. Where did I put it? It's all very well, but you need to know where you put things. Oh, there it is. Gluten-free beer. Yeah, I've just never tried it, Eileen. Never tried the gluten-free beer. Yeah. You can paint the sides before you pour, but it's all about stopping the paint dropping off. So you know, especially if sometimes you've got a bit of a thin pour where you put it on and then it immediately slides straight off. So because these are only little tidgy pud ones, I'm just going to be doing this and hopefully get a nice little pour skin on there. Yeah, that's why I'm using the corners on this one, but I'm going to be doing the leftovers on this, so, and I don't want it sliding straight off. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. But what you do is, I think you put it on and then you just give it a little bit and then you take it off. These are tiny, these are. What's that? So that's 3 by 1 3/4, and this is 2 by 2 3/4. So they're only small. It must be lunchtime. My stomach is rumbling, so I apologise if that comes out over the thing. I'm not going to be filling it up or anything. It's just going to be like a thin bit on there, hoping to be able to pick something, you know, because I don't have much paint there. I don't know how far it will go. And that one I'll just be doing the corners, trying to do a corner with it. I've done it with other papers too. This is one that I used for a pour the other day. This is just a paper, and I used it as a corner. I didn't crease it like that. I just folded it. But you can see, I don't know whether you can see on the back here, sort of like halfway along. That's where I creased it round for the corner, and then this is the bit that held on for the paint, and then I just dipped the rest that was lying around, so it can be pretty. You can also, if you do the corners from cardstock and that, you can actually make it into something else. So it's quite pretty if you can catch what's around. There's drop papers and things. Yeah, at the moment I'm just using Floetrol. Yeah, Floetrol, because it's way cheaper than pouring medium anyway. Or the pouring medium that I get is way cheaper than that. And I'll just be putting in a bit of silicone as well. But maybe not, because apparently you don't have to with Floetrol. Apparently. Right, okay. Yeah, in any hardware store, yeah. Or not. Risty was telling me she can't get it where she is in the hardware store. She's had a go. Yeah, I haven't tried it without using silicone in it. So I thought I'd be brave and just have a go. It might just come out as a pour. But yeah, who knows? I mean, it's bubbling away. It's bubbling away in there. So I've got the silicone out. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a couple of drops in to this colour here. There's a couple of drops. Look at that. It's just like I have to get a dropper or something for it. There we go. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get down to the biz. Oh, big lump. Darn it. I've got a lump to pick out, folks. That was a huge lump. I can tell I'm getting to the end of my paints. Hi, PJ. PJ. Patrick Duffy. Patrick Duffy. Sorry. Not the Patrick Duffy. Yeah. You watch your own lumps. He's your son. My watch just vibrated to tell me to go for a walk. Do you realise that certain people of a certain age would not even know Patrick Duffy reference, would they? Because this is such an unusual shape, I'm not going to be able to do a dirty cup thing, so I'm just going to pour on and see what we get. A stripy one, obviously. Oh, it looks like candy. That's interesting, isn't it? I never know what I'm going to get. Should we see if I'm going to get any? This is the bit I like. See if I can get my wood burning. No, I wiped it. I wiped it. I wiped it. I wiped it. Hey, funny. Look at that. There you go. Look, Eileen, there you go. Oh, I did a cardinal sin there, by the way. You didn't see me with dirty hands. It's your imagination. It's that beer you've been drinking. I think I found the lamp. I found the lamp. Man, that's a big lamp. Look at that. There he is. Oh, look at that. That's a skin. It's a skin if ever I saw one. Oh no, I made mud. Look at that. It's alive. I tell you, it's alive. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I'd never ever thought, I thought I'd be up to like 100 people coming into the live stream, so I'd need to slow down the chat so it doesn't go too fast for my poor old eyes. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I'm just going to wait for this for a little bit before I can take off the, and I don't like that one. Should we see if I can burn the, should we see if I can burn the paper? I'm about to set things on fire. Hey, I don't care. I'm mad. So there you go. That's my little pour from today. Yeah, it's my little pour at skin. Looks like bogey or something. Put it in the bin. Yeah. Patrick says he wishes he was an artist instead of a podcast producer. The thing is that you can do it in your spare time. No excuses. No excuses. Just play. Get in your mum's studio and play. Art is awesome. So relaxing. So relaxing, I tell you. I'll let you know what happens after I varnish these, give them a wash and varnish them. I'll let you know what happens. I'm going to use a spray varnish on them, I think, because I don't have any of the other varnish left. So I'll let you know what happens after that. Yeah, try it on paper. It's just like awesome. So these are my drop-offs on the book paper. This is a cracker. This one, look at that. How awesome is that? It's a great paper, isn't it? So that's really nice too. Love it. Well, I could use resin if I could afford to go out and buy some. Now I've just bought some distress oxide. Maybe next month I'll be able to go out and buy some resin. I can only buy a little bit each month. So yeah. So some of these drop papers are really good. Some of them are really poor, you know, but freaky, man. So yeah, and this is when I use plastic rather than the paper underneath. And the plastic keeps it wet for quite a long time, so you can then go in and pick up your paper. So I did this one. I picked it up and then I swiped it afterwards. So after I picked it up off the paper, I swiped it. So you know, and then these are just drops. So you can get all kinds of freaky things off your pouring. So it's quite fun, guys. It's quite fun. This was another one where I just laid it on the plastic and pulled it up, and that's what happened to it. I didn't swipe it or anything. That's what happened. So yeah, you can get some really freaky things. And these were my dolphin papers. So where I put the two pages together and then peeled them apart and got the dolphins. And then this is just wiping off paper. So yeah, you can get some really nice papers just from the mop up afterwards. And I'll be pouring, I'll do it for you now. So I've got some loose ones, but with the cup, all I do is when I have something left, I'm trying not to like touch these now, I'll just pour it on if I can get it out. Have to go to the side, get some more out. And then just smoosh it together in the pages. Oh look, it's a train, choo-choo. Well, yeah, but what you can see developing now is the silicone, and the silicone will still come through and give you little bubbles in the paper too. So it's quite awesome. that one isn't so awesome. I'd hate that. Give it a smooch. Get rid of the tray. And yeah, and then it gives you paper to work on, you know, with mixed media and that, and still you can see that the silicone's coming out on there as well, and then just leave it open to dry. Cool. So I'll come back sometime next week with a battery in my scales. And try it with the you know, the correct amount that everyone says, 4:1 Floetrol to paint in weight, rather than trying to do it by volume, because it's just still too thin. But we'll see, won't we? A French poodle. See, Eileen, you saw something, a French poodle. So yeah, so these are going to dry. I'll come back and show you them in a couple of days. I'll get a battery for my scales, and then if I have any paint left, we'll do the do it with by weight rather than volume. And Melissa, are you going live straight away, or do I have time to go make a cup of tea? Cup of tea and some lunch. Otherwise, I'll have to take my iPad into the kitchen with me. So go and join Melissa, who is 70 Acre Studio straight now, because she's going to be doing a live stream afterwards. And see you again soon. Bye.